So on this big planet, this big Earth, we have stars. We're still not sure where they came from. Looks like they just dropped from above, or it looks like they're just stuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, we got stars that only show at night sometimes. So, do they burn out and then another batch of stars drop? Or do they come up from the earth? All right, scratch that. Hold on. So now we have a sun that sets and rises, and it doesn't hit us. No, matter of fact, forget that too. The moon, you can see that joint all the time. It's up 24/7, even when the sun is up. Sometimes you can see the moon. Not even just an eclipse. We got wind. You feel it. You can't see it. Shouldn't that be like just as scary as a UFO? Especially if the UFO looks like this.
Lights and the flashing lights that you would sort of normally see on an aircraft. So we didn't actually know what it was.
With the camera trained on the object, the mystery was sure.
All right, so clearly nothing, no animal, no human, no device, no vehicle, nothing. No elements, no minerals, rocks, no sand, soil, clay. Nothing moves that way, even if it's on land, let alone the air. That thing is screeching. I'll give you two examples. It looked like when you was watching TV and they showed the ghost go by in a scary movie. That's what it looks like. The speed, as far as the speed of the moving object. But what I see and what I feel as a human being is I feel the magnet. We're living in a magnet. So if you want to say that the earth is round, just imagine the whole surface around, top, bottom, side to side has a magnet or is a magnet, and it's just connected all the way around 360 degrees each and every way, or 60 circumference, 60 circumference, 60 circumference, 60. Even in that mathematic term, the 60 circumference, nothing moves this way. So therefore, it's being drawn out. So once it's floating, right? Once it's floating, it's because it's leaving the other magnet or where it was created. So as it's floating and screeching and it looks kind of, awkward, we fail to realize that what it's made of, whatever it's made of, the gas, is attracted to wherever it's going. So therefore, if everything around the world is equal, that means the magnet, the strength of the magnet is equal all the way around. So if there's a magnet in the back here and there's a magnet all the way around, you see what I'm saying? You see how it is? All right, so we're going to say the earth is round, right? Now say in the sky, below, on the sides, everywhere, all the way up, I'm talking about deep where we can't see, and then underground there's a magnet, right? So that's my point. If there's something being created from whatever elements that is being created from, and it's screeching in a magnetized earth, and part of the particles, elements of this object is a part of the magnet, it has a chance to stay still. It has the chance to go like this and stay still. You see what I'm saying? Because the magnet is evenly powered. So if it stays still, it could then disappear because of the elements it's made from. Or it can shoot straight up, or it can shoot straight down. It can move really fast. Can't you? It's nothing that a human, that us, we cannot track yet. Don't you notice we have the technology to key in on the moving object, no matter how it looks. So say for instance, if the object starts to disintegrate, and as the object is screeching into the sky, it starts to disintegrate as it gets higher, just like when gravity and everything else dies out, your oxygen dies out. So say when the oxygen is dying out, as it's just moving because it's free, it just stays in the air. And it's littler, but it's brighter because of the elements. White is a color. That's what people fail to realize. It's not clear. When you clear something, like of a disease, right? But if you have a white fog, gray fog, it could be a disease. So white is a color. So therefore this object, when I say aliens are gas, UFOs are gas, in a parallel universe, it has a chance to do anything and act like it has technology based on the speed. It looks like it's smart because of the way it moves, because of the speed. When we find big fossils, we're mesmerized different. We're not like terrified that the object is gonna come alive and attack us if we find dinosaur fossils. You see? Now a dinosaur was an entity was supposed to be made of Earth, from Earth or whatever, and it's different because it's a flesh being, supposedly, and this doesn't have flesh and blood. But neither do bugs either. And their whole living system is different. Their whole genetic engineering system is different. So if this is so call us an animal, call the UFO an animal, call the alien just another animal from the planet Earth in the universe. As you can see, nothing is collapsing on each other. The planets, the stars, and anything, the moon hasn't collapsed yet. So therefore the magnet is in the crust of the earth. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, if there's wind, oxygen, dirt in a processing system such as mud or quicksand, rain, if there's a process going on near those elements underground, the overall product right here, the creation, is going to be made from them elements. So therefore, even though it looks like it's a clear gassy object, it can still be magnetized. That's part of the effect. Just think of a mirror. You go and blow your breath on a mirror and fog it up, and then you can see your fingerprint on a mirror. And people are identified by your fingerprints. So that's what you have to understand. So
what I was expecting to see
it's out,
was
right?
of an aircraft.
It could be mistaken.
That's what we
It could be mistaken as
if we can't work
a
out
ghost,
where they are or where they're going.
a freaking a cloud, like you know what I'm saying, like all types of stuff. Look at it though. It's illuminated. Clearly, it's illuminated. Now that's my point. If white is a color, it's different type of lights. There's a dark light in the world. There's a white light, as you can see. There's fire. That's called lava. That's a type of light. And it comes from electricity also. Electricity is light. It's like a gray power light. A Maltese effect light. This looks like a white effect. Like this does not look Maltese. Maltese has 3 different colors. Possibly 5. Everything is spawned from black. You know what I'm saying? So it's screeching. It looked like a ghost. Then again, it looked like it's taking a picture. Then if you look at the shadow of the actual object, right? It looks like it's a block. That's how you use your mind. Now, this is tuition stuff I'm giving you. Like I said, your eyes are the window, right? And if something makes your heart move, right? And you want to see it and you got to face it. I had to fear sharks, so I had to face that shit. So you put your eyes into the situation along with your heart so you can see it. So like I said, use my magic. What they teach you in school. Why I'm degreed. In a bachelor's. University. We seen shit that was crazy. You meet different, oh my goodness. The different type of people. Alright, but anyway. As you can see, it has a shape-shifting effect. It looks like a block, right? Then as you can see on the side, it has about four little stripes in it. You see that? You see that right there? It has so many looks and so many illusions. That's how you know it's a part of the world. Because you can see the wind, but then when the air starts to collect certain elements, now you see the wind. Now you see the poltergeist. Now you see the violent spirit effect, because that's what a poltergeist is. A poltergeist is a violent spirit. Heart is spirit, bro. So I'm not dragging you around. I'm letting you know there's stars in the sky. There's rocks falling from other planets and it's hitting here. It's a part of the earth.
But on this occasion, I found it on the camera, brought the camera round onto it, and it was a cylinder. It's difficult to say.
You see how the shapes? He said it was a cylinder. It looked like a helmet. It looked like a helmet. Like, you see what I'm saying? And then you get these ideas. When you start to see this stuff, you start to hallucinate. That's because that's your power. Trying to, that's your intuition, that's your degree, that's your angle, that's your terrain. You know what I'm saying? When you die, you're supposed to die. So therefore, when you see something, that you really can't see, it's amazing. Look at it. It's just a part of the earth. That's all that joint is about. It was here before humans. You got particles. You got materials. Wood. Plastic. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got different type of papers. They're turning leaves into papers. They're turning pig skin into human skin.
We then flew around and it seemed to, it gave the impression of moving away from us. And it gave the impression that we were trying to have to chase around to catch it up.
And now I can explain that. So now it just catapulted and cannonballed into the earth, into the sky. And you at a speed that you have never ran before. So you think you're going to be able to catch it normal. No. First of all, for you to say, anybody, that you believe in God, or if you believe in science, or then you're a person that says you don't believe in God and you're just atheist and you believe in science. This is where I got you. Because as you can see, this thing's being caught, shot out the water and the volcanoes. Now this shit just came from anywhere. I'm just being dead serious. And it came from the rapid speed, the speed demon. You see how everybody is all high off of being big and huge and gigantic? Don't you notice that, the creatine was illegal at one point? It still should be illegal because of the creatine is a rhino horn, and a rhino horn, that's what makes everybody that big, but you're not that strong. And if you don't believe me, go bench 390 pounds as opposed to benching 415, and how you even out the bar. If you got a natural body, or if you got a real body, you understand what I'm talking about. Velocity, speed. So we have an object that's called a UFO shot, and it has a speed and a velocity behind it, and you're not going to be able to just grab it in your hand like a little mouse. Of course not. Because the speed behind it that you can't see, the invisible wind, the one that you can't feel, that right there alone is why. It's what you can't see behind it. You see the object. That's why I say Ghostbusters car. Why? Just take it back to when the Ghostbusters first came out. Why does the car look that way? Why? Just I'm being dead serious. Why? So it's the speed behind the UFO, the course that it took. So once you try to key in on the UFO any type of way, I'm talking about with a camera, the radiation, the heat is going to be able to blow the UFO faster away from you because of the natural material the UFO was made from and its destination, where it's going. It's naturally better than your electronic, than your military tactical killing machines. It's naturally faster. That's God. Okay? So what you did was you created the technology because you bit the Eve, you bit the fruit Eve said, and then Adam did it. And then the devil says y'all gonna live and be smart. But God says you died. We died. Right? So now you have a man-made camera and you're putting different type of colors and frequencies and heats, and you're focusing on this circuit of the earth. And the miracle is the unnaturalness of your camera or whatever you're using. As soon as it focuses in and you disrupt the course of the UFO, the magnet around the world saves the UFO, and it disrupts your camera just enough because that's the natural essence of the world. That's the natural circuit. It has to happen that way. It's proof. That's the proof right there. The magnet around the earth will save it every single time.